50 years ago, it all began here at Aquatic Park. About 30 gay men, lesbians, and transgender people took part in the city's first Gay Liberation March. What they didn't have would unfurl 8 years later. Go to any pride parade and you'll see them. Rainbow flags everywhere. It's the symbol of freedom for the LGBTQ community.
We have civil rights, and let them understand what our civil rights are.
In the early 70s, pioneering gay rights activist Harvey Milk moved to the Castro district in San Francisco.
We are people like everyone else.
Also in the city, gay rights advocate Cleve Jones, his roommate and best friend, an artist named Gilbert Baker.
Well, I thought he was crazy. He had these big eyes and big ideas and big hair and big dresses.
He was this hippie drag queen activist that was fearless.
Gilbert was a true artist. And we forget that a lot of people in the early part of the movement were really geniuses in the art of political theater.
Have to be there to open up for the dialogue.
In 1977, Milk became the first openly gay elected official in the state of California, a San Francisco supervisor. Before the 1978 Gay Freedom Day took place, Milk turned to Gilbert.
Harvey and a few other people just implored him, saying, "You're an artist. We need a new symbol. We need a new symbol. This pink triangle is just too much of a downer."
The pink triangle, which of course came out of the Nazi death camps.
Gilbert took up the challenge.
I remember him sketching out these very dramatic drawings of these rainbow flags that were to fly at the two giant flagpoles at United Nations Plaza.
First flags he does are all hand dyed. He buys the fabric for 99 cents on Mission Street at the cheap fabric store.
Fellow artist Mark Rennie. At first,
I hated the rainbow flag. I really did. I said, it's too bright, it's too tacky. I was very much art world, right? And Gilbert said, "No, you're wrong. It's got to be bright. It's got to be bam in their face." And you know what? Gilbert was absolutely right. It was brilliant. The rainbow flag was brilliant.
a team of friends jumped into action. Former SF supervisor Jeff Sheehy.
They dyed mounds and mounds of tie-dyed cloth in the colors of the flag and stitched together.
Early morning on the day of the parade.
And I helped him hoist them up the pole and was there with him when the wind took them.
And these things are just going. I go, oh my God, this is insane. They were just like,
Tens of thousands of people marched beneath them on their way to Civic Center Plaza, and you could just see how people were looking up and their faces would light up, and you knew that people understood this was now our symbol.
and it was spectacular, and it blew people's minds.
Gilbert spread the message of the rainbow flag near and far, from the mile-long flag carried by volunteers during a pride parade in New York to presenting one to President Obama at the White House.
I mean, that's the point of a rainbow. It's all the colors. And that's what we are. We're all the colors. We're all the genders. We're all the ages, all the races.
Gilbert devoted his entire life to making these enormous flags and giving them away to communities all around the world.
He passed away 3 years ago.
As Gilbert liked to say and was famously quoted once, you can't design a flag. A real flag is torn from the soul of the people.
Charlie Beal runs the Gilbert Baker Foundation. He says when you see a rainbow flag, try to remember the battle is far from over.
There are places all over the world where they're fighting and struggling just to put a rainbow flag on their apartment balcony or to carry out a flag out in a parade. So even here in the United States, there are small towns where people are afraid to show that they're gay or afraid to put out a flag, and putting out that flag is an act of courage.
In San Francisco, Betty Yu, KPIX 5.